Y'all know that I'm very intelligent, right? Y'all should know by now that I can put stuff together because people guilty consciences are are revealing themselves. There are people who have come against me in Lumberton, North Carolina, and all over this world who are now watching my page and my story and my post because they trying to see, do I know what they did to me? When I post these names, y'all will know there are some people who I don't know their names, like the gang stalkers and stuff, but I have a lot of tag numbers and pictures of cars, and videos of the gang stalking. All right. I just looked on my story and it didn't dawn on me at the time, but Vanessa Mcarn, she's watching my story, but I told y'all that Brandon Walton, him and Woodbury and Bowen, or Bowen&Berry, whatever their fucking name is, they right across the street from the courthouse. They handled the case they represented Brandon Walton when they illegally got custody of Zai when she was like, I don't know, she was probably like 10, 11, something like that. And we was on Chris Road. Now, when I started thinking about it and putting everything together, they had everything set up. They had it set up for me not to be at the house when he pulled up 2 cars deep to snatch my daughter away after him, Bowen&Berry, and Vanessa Mcarn, who is his aunt, who I forgot worked for Bowen&Berry. So she knows him personally. So I know y'all got guilty consciences, but understand that I'm going to sue everyone, okay? I'm pressing charges on everyone involved. So Brandon Walton, Bowen&Berry, Vanessa Mcarn, we know that was your connection, all right? Gratitude for revealing yourself. And we know that you in that network of them Freemasons and them Eastern Stars, all right? Now I'm getting messages that, like, there was a lot of, like, the people that I grew up with that I call, like, friends and stuff, they were sent in. Everybody was sent in for a different task and a different reason. But I just got on here to voice that. Vanessa Mcarn, I see you. Melissa Mcarn, you probably had something to do with it too. But Brandon Walton, Nigeria Lusk. Nigeria's family is really the only family that was there. The only one that was there supporting Brandon was his wife at the time, who was Nigeria Lusk. Zai did tell me that when she was there, he was mistreating her. He was very abusive. He was verbally abusive to her. And the fact that, the way that they did it, they sent the notice for me to come to court to a wrong address purposely. They sent it to 510 McDonald Street when I had been living at 271 Chris Road. I had been living there for probably like two years at this time. So I believe that Daphne Brown knew what was going on. DeToya Brown knew what was going on. Jesse French knew what was going on, because what they do is they create these situations and then they come in and they act like they with you, like they helping you and things of that nature, when really they put all this shit together and work with everybody, and everybody worked together so that they could cause me mental and emotional distress. All right, because they knew if they sent the notice to the correct address that I'm coming to court. Okay, I'm going to come to court, and I'm not just letting nobody come and take my child. Especially, I can't even remember what the fucking allegations was in that case, but he got full custody, and they didn't send me the notice to my address on purpose, so I wouldn't show up to court. And so I was away from the house that day after work. Alicia Hunt Mathis, and I know you was sitting in too, bitch. She was the one She's connected to the McDuffie family. Her husband is Kelly. I don't know his last name. All right. But she was the one that was supposed to get me away from the house because, you know, once I left the party crowd and shit, I just go to work and come home. Like, I don't be doing nothing. But that's when I was working at GLHC. All right. Debbie Harden probably had something to do with it. Goldberg Harden probably had something to do with it too. They niggas with money around there. So everybody knew what was going on but me. And so it was Alicia's job to get me away from the house, out of the house for some hours, because they knew that if they pulled up to my house and I was there, they would have had to fight. And it would have been a fight. I probably would have killed a nigga for real. And I ain't even lying. But I'm grateful that everything happened the way that it did, because I didn't have as much control of, my reactions back then. So I would have hurt somebody really bad. They pulled up 2 cars deep. I wasn't there, but Brandon, Walton, Brian, Walton, Nigeria, Lusk, Nigeria, Walton. I think she's changed her name back to Lusk now. I don't know who else was in the car. But from what I heard, Harry Emmanuel Robinson, he was there at the house with the kids while I was hanging out with Alicia Hunt Mathis. All right. And all I got was a call while I was chilling saying that Brandon had pulled up. And it had been years, since she had seen him, because he just stopped talking to her and shit. And so I was like, oh, he trying to come back around. All right, everything cool. I never thought that he was coming to, legally kidnap my child. And so, I get another call a couple minutes later saying that he done grabbed her and threw her in the car. She didn't have on no shoes. And then I left Alicia's house so fast. By the time they got on the little side road, I passed them coming down Renard Road. Something told me to turn around, but I'm glad I didn't, because if I would have turned around, I know I would have lost it, because I would have been in, I need to protect my baby mode, and I wouldn't give a fuck about nobody. But I didn't know what car she was in, so I wouldn't have known what car to, to stop or whatever, and it's no telling how that would have ended. So I just kept going because I had to go get Zayden. He was crying. And, that 4 months right there, that whole thing, that was a whole bunch of mental and emotional distress. But I'm glad that y'all got together and created that plan to come against me the way that y'all did. Just like I'm glad that y'all came together and put together all those other plans, because I'm going to sue y'all and I'm going to win. All right? I'm suing every person. Vanessa Mcarn, Melissa Mcarn, Brandon Walton, Brian Walton, Nigeria Lusk, or Nigeria Walton, whatever your last name is, bitch. Woodbury and Bowen. Okay. Who else was involved in that? Jesse French, Daphne Brown, Datoya Brown. Okay. I'm going to sue you motherfuckers. All right? Y'all gonna pay me a whole lot of money, and y'all gonna pay me in tears and in blood, everything that y'all, all the pain y'all been inflicting on me since from birth to now. I promise y'all, y'all getting ready to pay the same way I paid, in tears, blood, and sweat. Y'all getting ready to pay way more than I had to pay, because y'all going to prison. You cannot organize crime against people and get away with it. Not me. Y'all done it in the past and got away, but you ain't getting away with it with me. So y'all count y'all days, because I will be formally filing lawsuits. But it didn't dawn on me that, damn, she did used to work with them motherfuckers. That was his connection, to that lawyer. They all got together and planned it. So guess what? Now y'all can all get together and figure out how y'all gonna pay me, what y'all gonna owe, this restitution, and what y'all gonna do when y'all go to prison, because y'all never coming home. Never. And it's all gas, no brakes. feet on necks. I'm not playing with none of y'all. And if you want some smoke, keep that shit over there, because I fight on my knees now. Don't nobody try to get too close now, because I do know how to defend myself, all right? But if I do have to self-defense, I ain't gonna tell y'all, but if I have to self-defense, I will self-defense, okay? That's the only way. That's the only way. But don't get too close, because I'm exposing who y'all motherfuckers is. Y'all did this shit. Didn't nobody put no gun in y'all head. Didn't nobody tell y'all to do none of the shit that y'all did to me. Didn't nobody tell y'all to purposely cause me pain. Didn't nobody tell y'all to get together and organize crime against me. Didn't nobody tell y'all to do that shit. Y'all did that shit out of y'all own hate, out of y'all own envious hearts, out of y'all own jealous hearts, out of y'all own hearts to want to try to get revenge on me for some shit that you did to yourself. Okay? So, it is what it is. I'm going to see all you motherfuckers in court.